All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and say our high frequency words for this week and our new spelling words for this week, okay? So it's across, car, down, fell, full, held, mountain, pull, push, spell. Ooh, that was just in time for Halloween, huh?
What?
Spell.
But next week's Halloween.
So then right when you see the word spell, you can do like Harry Potter.
Can we do that?
All right, spelling words. You ready?
I'm gonna be one of Harry Potter's friends on Harry Potter.
Is it what is her name? Hermione?
Yeah, Hermione.
Hermione. All right, ready? Here's our spelling words. Full, dress, mess, add, hill, pull, spill, class, doll, kiss. Good job. All right, so kisses means your mom kisses you good night before you go to bed.
Not
that one. All right, so we have here, so go ahead and look for the seahorse on Mrs. Fullington's board. Do you see the seahorse?
Yeah.
So,
I see it. It's right there. It's right by the boat. By the Gigi.
So Melanie cannot see it, so I'm going to pull it up right here. Waterfall. All right. So Melanie cannot see this, so I'm going to go ahead and put it up here for her, so that way she can see it. Oh, this is not the right one. It is these right here. All right, so we're doing the seahorse. So let me find the seahorse for Miss Melanie. It may take a while. Give me just a second. Okay, make sure our scissors are put away. We don't need our scissors right now. All right, so here's the pretty seahorse. So we are going to listen to the sounds that it says on here, because it's going to have you do some certain sounds that we're going to work with this week, okay? So let's listen. Oh, I'm thinking it's not playing it. Let me see. Is it low?
I barely heard it.
There it goes. Let's try it now.
Seahorse. Seahorse starts with the sound S. Listen. Seahorse. The letter S stands for the sound. Together, let's say the sound and then name this letter that stands for it. S. S. What is the first sound in seahorse? What is the first spelling you see for S? Now look at the other ways to spell S. When C is followed by the vowel E or I, the C can stand for S. At the end of a word or syllable, the letters SS together can stand for the S sound.
So that was the letter S. And now we are going to do, let's find the fish. Do you see the fish
Right there.
on the board?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go back. We're going to do the fish.
Let's find him. He's fish.
Oh, there it is. All right, so here is fish. Let's listen to this one.
Fish. Fish starts with the sound f. Listen. F. Fish. The letter F stands for the f sound. Together, let's say the sound and then name this letter that stands for it. F. 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 What is the first sound in fish? F. What is the first spelling you see for f? F. Now look at the other ways to spell f. At the end of a word or syllable with a short vowel, the letters FF together can stand for f. The letters PH together can also stand for f.
So the lady that said the PH sound stands for, we're talking about the word phone. Phone starts with PH. Oh, Christopher is PH. We have the double F. We have the double F that stands for also, which means for stuff. It has two F's at the end. All right, so we're going to go to goat. Find the goat. Do you see the goat?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to listen. You ready?
Goat. Goat starts with the sound g. Listen. G. Goat. The letter G can stand for the g sound. Together, let's say the sound and then name this letter that stands for it. G. 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 What is the first sound in goat? G. What is the first spelling you see for g? G. Now look at the next spelling. At the end of a word or syllable with a short vowel, the letters GG together can stand for g.
Double G. Double G. Clinton? But what word has GG in it? The letters G and G together. You need some help? Okay. Omar, do you want to help? But there's a word that has GG in it. If you know it and you're saying that out loud, I'm not going to pick you. So make sure that you raise your hand silently. Carlo? Egg. Ooh, good job. EGG. But what about Google? G. Google. G. It has GG also. So those are two really good ones. But egg is a really good one. I didn't think of that one at all. But we're going to keep moving on. So let's go ahead and go to the next one, and that is duck. Can you find the duck?
Yes.
All right, so let's listen to that one.
Duck. Duck starts with the sound d. Listen. D. Duck. The letter D stands for the d sound. Together, let's say the sound and then name this letter that stands for it. D. 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 What is the first sound in duck? D. What is the first spelling you see for d? D. Now look at the other ways to spell d. In verbs with the ending ed, the ending is sometimes pronounced D. Some examples are hugged and rained. At the end of a word or syllable with a short vowel, the letters DD together can stand for D.
One of our spelling words has DD. What is that, Maddox?
And but my name
Add.
also.
Oh yeah, Maddox. Maddox's name has DD also in it. Maddox. And also the word add, like in math, when you add two numbers to get a sum, add has DD. Duh. All right. So with that said, we noticed that most of our spelling words have a double consonant blend, right? So we're going to talk about that for just a, or double final consonant. So it says here, the word glass. Do you see the word or class? Do you see the word class on number 8? It's our spelling word. CLASS. So that class ends in a double final consonant SS. What does the SS sound make? Good job. That is exactly right. When a word has one vowel and it is followed by a double consonant, the vowel usually has a short vowel sound. So if we have the word, for instance, spill, the I in spill is I, which means it's short because it has a double final consonant blend. So the LL makes the I a short I.
And the PH stands for milky.
Oh yeah, it has PH in there. Good job. All right, so we're going to move on. Okay. What we're going to do next is we're going to introduce our power words. So if we have new power words, what does that mean? A new story. So Mrs. Flington's going to be reading you a book. It's a read aloud. The first word is, you ready for the first word?
Yeah.
All right, the first word is wandered. Everybody say wandered. If you wandered, you walked or strolled slowly. So this is wander. You're walking slowly. You wandered away. Is basically what it means. They wandered through the woods to look for birds to enjoy the fresh air. It says, I wandered through the park because I had time. So it means that they're taking their time walking through. They're probably exploring. Wander means WONDER. Wander means I wander. But wander, if you're wandering in the forest, you're walking slowly. All right, here's the next one. You ready? These are fun words. Whizzed. Everybody say whizzed. If something whizzed by, it means it moved very fast. It says the car whizzed along the highway. It says the cars on the highway whizzed by each other very fast. That means they're speeding by really fast. Ooh, here's another one. Miss Flynton always says this. Whenever a storm comes, a storm is brewing. Ooh, everybody say brewing. When something is brewing, it means bad is coming. It says the weather report said a storm was brewing. It says when I turn on my car and it makes a funny sound, I know that trouble is brewing because my car may not work. Mm-hmm.
One time when I almost got hit by a car, but then I found my plate.
Oh no, we got to be very careful. All right, here's the next one. You ready? The other word is struts. Everybody say struts. When someone struts around, he or she walks too proudly and shows off. So they go.
That's what my friends.
And that's why they show the rooster, because the rooster struts around the barnyard because he knows he's in charge of the chickens. When someone struts, he or she is showing off. All right. So, or like fashion models, girls, when you know fashion models wear the dresses, they strut to show off their dress that they're wearing.
Or boys.
Waterfall. All right, here's the next one. Moped. Everybody say moped. Moped. And it says, my brother moped. So if someone mopes or he or she mopes, they're sad and was not interested in doing anything. It says, my brother moped when his game was canceled. It says, I moped because I wanted to be outside on this nice day. But guess what Mrs. Flint has to do? She has to work. So I'm sad. All right, here's the next one. Ready? Everybody say exhausted. Exhausted. When you are exhausted, you are tired and completely worn out. It says the runner was exhausted after winning the race. It says, I feel exhausted when I was up too late last night. How many of y'all have done that? You feel tired, you're exhausted. Good job. All right, so we have our story. So let's see. Our story is, where are you?
Are we gonna do a quiz?
Not on this story.
Oh, see?
We're just going to talk about it. Here it is called.
It's
It's called 3 Hens and a Peacock. 3 Hens and a Peacock. All right, so we're going to see what this is about. This is the first time Miss Fullington ever reads this one. We didn't get to read this one last year. All right, so 3 hens and a peacock. What is this? Peacock feathers. Okay, so let's see. 3 hens and a peacock.
Fullington, I was gonna say Dad has 2 DAD.
All right, we ready? Things were quiet on the trucker's farm. The cows chewed their cud. The hens clucked and pecked and laid their eggs. The old hound stretched out on the porch. Isabella, I'm waiting. I'm reading. Watching and listening. Once in a while, someone would stop to buy tomatoes or corn, perhaps a quart of milk. Nothing unusual happened there until...
The peacock.
What happened?
The box fell out.
Mm.
Peacock box.
So everything was normal and then, bam, something happened.
It's a peacock.
All right, so let's listen. Let's see. Eventually, the peacock wandered down the road. When cars whizzed by, he shook his feathers and cried out his loudest voice. Of course, folks stopped for a closer look.
Oh, one of those chased me before.
Bella, put those up, please. We should not be doing anything but looking at Mrs. Fullington. Day after day, more folks stopped to admire the peacock. They all bought tomatoes and corn, eggs and milk. Business on the trucker's farm was booming. Everyone seemed happy to have visitors stopping by. Uh-oh. What's happening here?
They're feeding him.
They're feeding them?
No, they're getting tomatoes.
They're getting tomatoes. But look what's happening here.
Oh, the turkey.
Are they turkeys?
The chicken.
The chickens are the hens. So let's see what the hens think about this peacock. Because to me, it looks like they don't have very happy faces. Let's see. The peacock had heard every word. For days he moped about, moaning and groaning. I wish I could be more useful around here. Clucked one hen. The others ruffled their feathers. The old hound stretched and slowly raised his head. Why not let the peacock stay here to be useful while you hens take the glorious job down by the road? Oh, so the peacock wanted to be more useful. And the dog suggested the peacock stay at the farm and the other hens go to another farm.
Bad idea.
So let's see.
No,
Go ahead and whisper to your group, neighbors. What do you think might happen Whisper to your group neighbors. What do you think might happen? One, two, three. All right, so let's see if your predictions are right. It says the three hens began clucking to one another. What a wonderful plan. Yes, it's a fabulous idea. Oh, ladies, we simply must fancy up our feathers tonight, and nothing but our brightest beads, bangles, and bows. We'll stop traffic for sure. Why, you girls know I can strut with the best of them. The peacock perked up. Let's do it, he declared. Tomorrow I'll stay here and sit on the nest and cluck. And we'll get all gussied up, said the hens. We'll be so glamorous. So the hens are going to dress up to their finest point, to their outfits. They're going to get all their outfits ready, and the peacock's going to be like the chickens, the hens. So let's see, they're switching jobs.
I'm switching my kid on the fight team.
I don't know. Let's see. At sunrise the next morning, the hens strutted down to the road. The peacock marched right into the hen house and poked his head inside. So let's see. So they're gonna go strut on the road. Let's see. The hens flocked by the road waiting for a car. When they saw one approaching, they clucked and squawked and flapped their wings in a flurry of feathers. But every car whizzed right by them. The peacock sucked in his tummy and wiggled from left to right, trying to squeeze through the tiny hen house door. His front half was in, but his back half was out. The chickens almost got ran over by cars, and then the peacock can't fit in the hen house. Let's see. Is the plan going good so far? Yes? No. Let's see. Down by the road, those hens tried every chicken trick they knew. Still, no car stopped. Finally, the peacock made it into the hen house. He held his breath and pushed with all his might, but no matter how hard he tried, he could not lay a single egg. Not one.
Bella didn't have a partner.
No, Bella has Emery. She's just sitting there. She can scoot by there.
We were
That's okay. Bella, you can come to Maddox and Mackenzie's table, or Harlow's and Isabella's. Okay. All right, let's see. The old hound stretched out on the porch, waiting and listening. What's that peacock doing in the hen house? Said Farmer Tucker. Who knows, said Mrs. Tucker. And what are those hens doing down by the road? Not a one of them is up here laying eggs. Well, the way things are going, we aren't likely to have anyone buying eggs today, said Farmer Tucker. We need that peacock down there stopping cars. Oh, so finally the farmers took notice that the hens and the peacock switched roles. So remember, a lot of people were going to their market to buy eggs, tomatoes. What now that they have run out of eggs? Because there's no eggs. We'll see. Uh-oh, there it is. When the peacock heard that, he smiled the biggest smile you ever saw on a bird's beak. I am helping, he thought. He squirmed back and forth until he popped out of the cramped hen house. Then he trotted off to find the hens. So there he is, going to the hens. What do you think he might do to the hens? Now, Bella B. Bella, what do you think he might do to the hens?
asked for his job back.
Ask for his job back?
And then the chicken said yes.
We'll see. The exhausted hens were all clucked out. Every feather was out of place. What a day! We couldn't get one car to stop. It's true. Why, most of them didn't even slow down. Maddox and Isabella W. Follow directions quickly like you're supposed to. The peacock met the hens as they trudged up the road. I can tell you I am no good at laying eggs, he said. I'm just not meant for it. One hen nodded. I put on my stellar strut, and even I couldn't stop a single car, she said. I have to hand it to you, Fancy Feathers. Your job is harder than it looks. The other hens agreed. The peacock looked relieved. Let's see. So the hens marched back to the hen house. The peacock strutted down to the road. The old hound stretched out on the porch, watching and listening, and things were quiet again on the trucker's farm. Uh-oh. And then...
Peacock. Doggy. Peacock. Another thing. Or another dog or another hen. Egg.
What do you think it might be?
A peacock. A dinosaur. No, a chick's egg. The hen's egg.
No, it's a peacock's egg.
It has a foot sticking out of the box here.
Peacock. I think it's a dinosaur.
You think it's a dinosaur? I don't know.
A peacock.
Peacock.
The peacock laid an egg.
Peacock.
No, that's a
wing.
Yeah, peacock laid
We can't see over here.
That's a peacock laid an egg.
Dinosaur.
We'll never know.
Peacock.
Peacock.
I don't see
And
it.
here's the egg.
Oh, that's not big.
What bird has a big egg like that?
Dinosaur.
What was it?
Or a peacock. Or a bunny.
So some of y'all are saying another peacock maybe, or a baby ostrich,
Dinosaur.
or dinosaur. I don't know what it is.
There's a dinosaur.
All right, so our skill today with our story, because we read our story, right? So now we have our skill. Our skill is theme. Isabella, I need you to put those away. So our skill is theme. It says the topic is what a story is mostly about. The theme is the moral or lesson the author wants readers to take away from the story. So what was the lesson from the three hens and the peacock? What was our lesson, Harlow?
The lesson was to don't figure it out how the hens are going to figure the job out with the peacock.
So, but the peacock's job was to strut his feathers out on the road, and the hen's job was to lay what?
Egg.
Eggs. So, did they appreciate their job before?
Yeah.
No. Remember, they switched jobs with the peacock, and the hens switched jobs with the peacock, right? And the peacock switched his job with the hens. So, and then at the end, they figured out that their job was what? What their job was hard at the end? Yeah, the peacock's job was harder for the hens, and then the hen's job was harder for the peacock, right? So at the end they appreciated their original job on the farm, right? So that would be our lesson in our story, because we took that away from our story. But here are some steps for you to find out how to go to the theme. Start. Think about the story's topic. So what was the story's topic here? Who was it about? Mackenzie?
The three hens and the one peacock.
And the one peacock. So you're being yourself, right? So step 2 says, look for the lesson a character learns or can teach. We found that lesson, right? They appreciated their jobs on the farm. Number 3, use clues to figure out the message that the author wants you to learn. So what clues helped us figure out the lesson? Bella? What clues in our story helped us figure out that they appreciated their jobs that they had at the beginning of the story?
They went back to there, and then they talked, and they wanted their job back.
Yeah, so they first they switched jobs. Then they didn't like the job that the Peacock had, right? The hens didn't. Then they went back to the Peacock and said, "Can we have our job back?" And then they got their job back, right? So, and our last step is to say the theme in your own words. And we basically did, right? Is that they appreciated their jobs, their jobs at the beginning of the story, and at the end, they didn't probably want anybody else's job because their job was the easiest, right? Good job. Y'all did really good with theme. Theme is a hard topic to teach, but y'all picked it up very well.
What about 3 and 4?
3 and 4, we already talked about 3 and 4. 3 and 4, we collected clues, and that was Bella B helped us out with that. And then we found the theme out from the end of the story, right? So we did a very good job. So what I'm going to show you is what you're going to be completing on Seesaw. So Isabella, I would definitely be looking over here because you're going to need to know what to do. So your spelling is the well, let's see. Is it on here?
Did you add it?
I did. There it is, right here. Monday, 10/16. I need to refresh my screen. All right, so it says spelling and high frequency words. We already went over our high frequency words and spelling words, right? So it says here we're going to add a response like a sample student. It says words to know. Write the words that best completes each sentence. Not all words will be used. Oh, so they're going to try to trick you with some extra words from the list. So you're going to read the sentence and finish the sentence with the best word from the word bank. What does number 7 say? Write a sentence for a word you did not use. So you'll have some extra words at the end. You will need to use one word from your word bank that you have not used and put it in a sentence. Then you have a second page. So let's see what the second page is. Oh, this is super easy. What you're going to use is you're not going to use this review part. You are going to put an X on it. That's for you to just practice to read. These were our last week's spelling words. So you're going to use the basic spelling words. You're going to use this list right here to help you sort out if you need a FF at the end, DD, LL, or SS. So you're going to take a look right here. So our first word is full. So where does full go? LL. So I'm going to push the T, and I'm going to put FULL like this. Shrink it and put it in the list. Make sure you put your next word on the second line right here, on the second line, okay? So Melanie, do you have any questions for our Seesaw activity? Melanie, do you have any questions, babe?
No.
Okay, sweetie, you may log out and complete that Seesaw activity, okay? And for social studies, sweetie, that's for a grade, so make sure you complete that one also. It's the Texas state flag.
Okay.
Okay? You have a good day, sweetie. Bye.
Too. Bye.
Bye.